Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Rachel Maeng Brown, the founder and CEO of Gen Agency. We're going to chat to her today, get to know a little bit about her and her company, and just have a good time. So thank you so much for sharing a couple of moments with us, Rachel. I'm sure you're busy with the whole, new season and stuff. But how are you
Yeah,
doing?
thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
Good, busy. It's only January 10th, but definitely feel like Q1 has already gone by. So
Yeah. I already feel like I'm already behind in advance. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah, I'm already planning for Q2 and beyond. Doing my strategy meeting today with my team. So it's
Okay.
going.
Yeah, that's good though. That's good though. You sound like you're organized. So then tell me, what do you guys do at Gen Agency?
Yeah. So we're a full service influencer marketing agency. We do everything from managing talent, so managing influencers, their brand deals. And then
Okay.
we also manage brand campaigns. So if a brand is asking for 20 influencers to post TikToks about their new headphones, we'll go out, we'll recruit those
Mhm.
influencers, contract them. We'll make sure that the content they produce, falls in line with the campaign brief, represents the company. We'll make sure it's compliant. After they post it, we'll get the analytics and we'll do the KPIs. We also do experiential events and activations. So anything from an RSVP list to the Emmys, all the way up to a multi day experiential event full of creators and celebrities. We
Okay.
also have our new studio arm. It's called
Okay.
Bueno River Studios. We actually have a full location in Los Angeles. So we do headshots, we do video, we do
Nice.
short form content. We have an events photo and video team. We also do
Hmm.
commercials. We have a music arm and we have a full recording studio. So that's brand
Wow.
new for us this year. So a lot of things. And then
Okay.
our last side is, yeah, our last side is our athlete side. So with that, we are in the NIL space. So we help democratize the NIL space by providing education to universities, to student athletes, to pro athletes, and also work through our campus reps program with Tycoon Sports. And additionally, we also help consult collectives and marketplaces.
I love it. I love it. You guys do everything.
Yeah, we're full circle. So you need something, we've got it somewhere.
Awesome. So with your studios and your recording spaces and your sports things, do you have to be part of, Gen Agency, or can I outsource my work to you guys?
Yeah,
If that
yeah.
makes
So
sense.
what's
Like, I'm
cool
part of the
is
studio.
as an yeah, so what's cool is as an influencer, we have our exclusive influencers that we manage. We have our
Yeah.
non-exclusive as well who fall in a similar program. But we actually have our
Okay.
creator community. So I'm not even
Yeah.
sure how many people out there, say that they're creators, but we work with these influencers and creators, and the community really is just people that we've come to meet along the way. We've worked with. We can provide
Yeah.
opportunities, jobs, campaigns for. So you don't have to
Yeah.
be part of the agency. Additionally, with
Yeah.
the studio, obviously, if you need headshots, if you need event video work, if you need short form content, whatever it is, you can book time in the
Yeah.
studio. You can just drop on by and say hello. Same thing with the audio recording. And
Yeah.
even some of the consultants and the contracts we work with, they come in and out a little bit more. So we have a lot of opportunities.
That's so cool. Awesome. So then what's your story? How did you guys, start Gen Agency?
Yeah, it's it's been a whirlwind. So actually, I was a student athlete at Rutgers University. I was on the women's rowing team. I was a
Okay.
coxswain though. I'm actually 5'2", so I'm not like
Yeah.
6 foot jacked. I'm
Yeah.
5'2". So I was a coxswain, and during my time at Rutgers, I realized I wanted to start a company to help with sports media, with just media rights in general, marketing, branding, all the above. So fast
Yeah.
forward, I worked with the PGA Tour, HBO Boxing's main events, Team USA on the US rowing side. I also worked for Rutgers football. I worked for the New York Mets. I did a lot of work in sports and media. And then
Yeah.
I ended up working with TikTok and their Learn on TikTok program. So I helped migrate the
Okay.
platform from what it was pre COVID. So, like the
Yeah.
dancing, the singing, the fun side, into what
Yeah.
it is now, which is like the influencers, the real creators, the
Mhm.
monetization, the DIY, the education.
Yeah.
After I left that program, I took a bunch of creators with me and had another creator that I worked with as well. We started up the agency, brought in a couple of their co founders.
Okay.
We had that agency for I want to say about a year. And then actually, the start of our agency was featured on Netflix on January 1st. So you can find it. It's called The New Americans. So that was fun. And
Ooh.
then recently we rebranded to be Gen Agency about a year ago. And we've been operating under that name since. And it's been very
Okay.
interesting. We expanded to influencers across every genre. So not just finance, like we
Yeah.
started, we've got
Yeah.
lifestyle, we've got football, we've got basketball, we've got I don't know, mommy bloggers. We've got beauty. We even have trick shotters. If you ever see ESPN where they throw a ping pong ball and like the ball goes to like
Yeah.
10 different hoops, we've got a ton of those. So it's definitely
Okay.
been an interesting ride. And along the way, we've picked up our studio, Brano River Studios most recently. And we've just
Yeah.
worked with a lot of really great people and it's been fun.
Awesome. That sounds like such a fun journey. Like, you've been everywhere. So I love that,
Yeah,
honestly.
everywhere.
I'm interested in you rowing though. Like I wouldn't have, I don't know.
So
I
I
don't know
wasn't
many people
toxic.
that row.
I was a person that sat there and steered the boat and like yelled at everyone. I didn't row. So I'm very
Oh, I didn't
short.
even know that was a thing.
I
Okay.
know. You know what? I
I
got
need
a
to do some more
scholarship and I went to
research.
college for that. So you know what, like paid for school.
Amazing. That's so cool. I didn't even know rowing was an option for short
I
people. I'm the
know so
same
many
height. I'm
people
actually short.
don't.
I'm
It's
5'1". So
it's yeah, it's one of those sports where unless you were introduced to it in like high school or someone randomly came up to you on your campus at college and asked like, "Hey, do you want to be on the rowing team?" It's just a
yeah,
sport not everyone knows about.
that's so true. That's so true. Cool. So then what is your vision for Gen Agency? What's the end goal?
Yeah, yeah. So the addition of the studio has been the biggest part so far. It's really cool
Yeah.
because now we have a location, we have an office, we've expanded teams. They even work in post production, so like VFX, color grading, all of that for like
Oh,
TV, movie,
cool.
commercials, all of the above.
Yeah.
So that's been really exciting, and we want to launch more programming in our actual office in our studios to be able to have
Yeah.
creators come down more consistently, not
Yeah.
to just record things but also to socialize. Being a
Yeah.
remote worker like an influencer or even a remote contractor can be so lonely. People are I'm
Yeah.
sitting in my home office right now and I may not talk to another person all day except over the computer. So we want a space where creators and creatives can really come together, meet, and then have a great idea and maybe step into the studio and record it. Additionally,
Yeah.
we're expanding the studio, the influencer marketing. We're recruiting for some new creators right now. We're also expanding our brand campaigns. So we'll be taking over more full circle, full service campaigns from different brands.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, we've got a new documentary coming out in 2025 that we'll start recording in 2024. So fingers crossed
Okay.
that it gets bought by one of the big networks.
Awesome, awesome. So I've already got you on the watch list with the New Americans. I will keep an eye out for 2025.
There's this one part where the creators and I were walking down the streets of LA in this like four
Uh-huh.
woman power walk, all of us different ethnicities, different ages, different backgrounds.
Ooh,
And that for me, I think was the coolest part of the whole documentary,
that's so
biased,
cool.
but just being able to see all of us, together in heels, like strutting through LA, very fun.
Yeah. That's so cool. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Oh, so cool. So yeah, so what are some of the challenges that you guys are facing at Gen Agency at the moment?
It's very interesting. I think the creator economy, because that's kind of where we sit, there are so many changes to it constantly. There are new
Yeah,
guidelines by the FTC of how you
yeah,
disclose, that you're being paid to promote content, and influencers have to be aware of that. Brands
yeah,
don't always pay on time to influencers. So we're
of
oftentimes,
course.
as a contractor or as a creator, their manager, and the creators are contracted by these brands.
Yeah,
A lot of people face these issues where they're not paid on time. And that's one of the
yeah,
things that we're really trying to figure out, because if they're not paid on time, we're not paid on time, and vice versa. Same thing with
yeah,
contractors. A lot of times, you take a risk by working for these people and just being contracted for your hours of your project. So trying to figure out
yeah.
ways to help solve that problem. And we're expanding. We have our strategy meeting today, so we're excited to have the problem of having to look for new talent. So
Yeah. That's nice that you get to look
yeah,
forward to problems. Not a lot of people are excited to
you know.
tackle that. So it's a good way to look at it.
Mhm.
All right. So then lastly, what sort of help would you like from our community?
Yeah, I mean, I think from what our company does, if you work in the creator space, so if you work with
Yeah,
influencers, if you work with music artists, photographers, videographers, anything really, we're always looking
yeah,
to make great connections. We're always
yeah.
hiring for contractors to be a photographer or a videographer in our studio. We're always looking for
Hmm.
new influencers. If you
Yeah,
work with a brand and that brand does influencer marketing, we'd love to meet you, partner up. I think also
yeah,
too, we have a couple positions that we're hiring for between a production manager and a social media manager and a campaign manager. So we're
yeah,
always looking to just meet people who are good contractors in the space, love what they do, and really have kind of like an entrepreneurial energy because that's kind of like what our office feels like.
yeah,
So I think that's the help that we could give. And then we're also really, really big on giving back as well. I host office
yeah,
hours twice a week to just answer questions for any students, for any recent grads, or even any contractors and experts in the space that want to learn more about influencer
yeah,
marketing, media, NIL, whatever it is. So we're
yeah.
always willing to give back and help as well.
Awesome, awesome. I feel like you got like an open door policy.
100%. Now we'll have the studio and the office that will also have an open door policy. So it'll be like
Okay.
full circle, which is nice.
I love that you've created a space for creatives. Like you said, it does get really lonely in the space. I mean, I've been working from home since COVID, so I
Yeah,
know that, like, my colleagues are all over the globe. I got, a colleague in the
hmm,
UK, a colleague in the US. So it's just
exactly.
like sometimes you need that, like, somebody here,
Hmm.
somebody close. And I mean, the
Well, I
best
got a cat
collabs
for
always
that. So,
happen. At least you're allowed cats in your
yeah,
apartment. You need to let me know where
right?
you
I
live.
was like, you know what? I was like, I don't talk to anyone today. I'm just gonna adopt this cat. And it was like your typical, like, oh, I found them not in a trash can, because some people really do find their cats like outside on the streets, not like a
They
dog where you
do.
go through this whole application process. No, I found mine at a shelter and was like, yeah, I'll just take this one. No application, just pulled it out of the
It's mine.
cage. So his name is Kevin.
Well, I'm glad you have Kevin.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm also glad that you have the space for people to be able to collaborate. And I mean, that's the whole point of creative, right? Like, you
Exactly.
always bounce off other people's energies, and some
Hmm.
amazing things happen from just bumping into people. So, congrats for creating that. I love that. Hats off to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. So thank you so much for your time, Rachel. It's been a pleasure chatting to you and getting to know Gen Agency. I love what you guys do, and I cannot wait to see the documentary in 2025 and also what like the future has in store. I feel like the sky's the limit. And yeah, it's nice to be a part of it, even if it's just for, 12 minutes.
Oh no, that's the thing is like we're a revolving door, so there's always opportunities. And if we don't have something right now, we're always willing to, introduce you to someone else that does.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. It really has been a pleasure chatting to you, and I wish you all the best in the future.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cheers.